has created the world's first hydrogen engineer that's going to be coming out. But we will work with a local community college to be able to establish programs to help train people to be able to get those jobs. So that will also be done. And so, it's not that we will be bringing a lot of people from out of state because one, it won't work. And two, that's part of how we work with the community to be able to, to bring jobs here that are local.
Sure.
This here is our management. Of course, there's me with 29 years of experience, been primarily in the oil and gas and the financial world. Mr. David Waller, he's our Chief Operations Officer. He's a naval architect and engineer, and Mr. Waller's had extensive experience. He holds the world's record for the largest floating power plants in the world. He also helped engineer and design the world's first LNG vessel. Extremely intelligent man. He's from England. Mr. Waller had formerly owned a company called Waller Marine. It's a 50-year-old engineering company. He joined with me with Halcyon strictly because he holds the only technology in the world allow for bulk LNG, or now bulk hydrogen, to be able to move into shallow water ports, which 80% of the ports in the world are considered shallow water with less than 30 foot of water. Also, there's Harvey Snitzer. Harvey is a very successful CEO. I met Harvey. He was the CEO of Energy Maintenance Services Group, which bought my first company, Integrity Pipeline Services. Harvey is everybody on our team is the glass is half full. Harvey doesn't believe it's got any water in it whatsoever unless it's highly tested and verified by third-party agencies. So he's great with it, and we really enjoy him. Mauricio Catan. Mauricio is the president of Halcyon Latin America. Mauricio has been involved with me since day one in this entire thing that's gone from just a pipeline right away to be able to deliver LNG into Honduras through this whole entire process. And also, his family has extensive knowledge and everything from real estate to energy to you name it. So he's an extraordinary asset to us. David Harris. David, he lives in Greenwich, Connecticut. David is our Chief Investment Officer. David, his family was originally, his mother was a Rockefeller. His family was one of the founders. They had what's called Smith Barney. They were a part of that. David was introduced to me, I guess, 3 years ago by an attorney out of New York that could work with us. He's been working with us. He actually introduced us to Wyoming. During the pandemic, we were approached by these crypto miners, they're called, out of China, seeking to offer us huge contracts just to be able to put their facilities in Honduras and our free trade zones. I knew nothing about it. David said, I have two very good friends in Wyoming. One's Caitlin Long, and the other is Steve Lupian, and this is all they do. And so the next thing you know, here we are. Carl Butler. Carl has been an energy trader for about 25, 30 years. He is a African-American. He is also a naval veteran, disabled naval veteran. He has one of the largest minority-owned oil and gas trading companies in the United States. He is a true asset. I've known him for probably 25 years. We have done projects in Nigeria and so on and so forth. A true resource in everything that we're doing. And then there's Terry Nixon. Terry is a board member. I've known Terry for about 25 years. He started his own energy midstream operating company, and he's very well versed in everything. And actually, I was right after the pandemic. I asked him. We had two board members that actually had to step away from the company from health problems related to COVID. And so we were able to get Terry to join our team. So we have a very diverse group of engineers, of businessmen. We've just been recently, this week, actually accepted into our membership into what's called Greentown Labs, which Greentown Labs makes up the entire, everyone who's anyone in the green energy field, including BP, Exxon, Energy Transfer, so on and so forth. You go through a very rigid background check, the whole 9 yards on your company to verify. We were accepted into that this week, and so we're very recognized, and this is what we do. And so we were invited to come and see if we could participate and help see this project through. At the end of the day, guys, y'all, really and truly, the city has nothing to lose but everything to gain. There's no dollars asked. There's no tax credits asked. There's no nothing. All that's simply asked is the cooperation and assistance of who y'all know and who we don't know. The rest of the dollars, the engineering, the implementation, everything is there. We just simply, all we do is we partner with you so that we're able to make, the city of Rock Springs and Wyoming, benefit from everything that is there. It's kind of like Senator Ogden said, and that every year that graduates graduate from the University of Wyoming, they leave because there's nothing here. Coal is dead, natural gas is on its way out, so what is there left? Y'all are bidding right now to become a hydrogen hub. That's a very extensive process that the federal government is reviewing. It's going to be a very tough job to be able to do that, but literally, Wyoming stands a chance to be able to be the hydrogen energy hub of the West. California is begging for electricity, as y'all see on the news. Y'all have the storage caverns here. Y'all have the railroad here. Y'all have the national grid that runs through here. You have everything here. So you really have nothing to lose. And so I invite y'all to do all the due diligence that you would like, all the due diligence that you want. And at the end of the day, we hope to be able to do this project, because like I said, we're not in the lithium business at all. We're not. We're in the hydrogen business. And we cannot produce enough hydrogen here to nothing more than power a power plant. There's not even enough here to sell. So the lithium is why we're here at the request of y'all state government. That's why we're here. And our main focus is hydrogen. We're looking at 36 million kilograms per day. We're billed as right now. You can look at all your energy magazines as the next Exxon of the clean energy movement. So we'd love to participate with y'all with this, but as I told Senator Driscoll, I don't get involved. Our company doesn't get involved in these projects such as this. And unless we can partner somehow with the locality, the city government, the state, the county government, we just don't do it because it's really not worth our time and our effort. Due to the simple fact is that it's too large of an issue to be able to come from out of a state. I tell people all the time, I might as well be from Ghana, Africa. When you go to another state, I know my way around Houston and the state of Texas. I work with Governor Abbott and Ted Cruz and them on an ongoing basis on everything we're doing there. But if you can't find a partnership, it really makes it where it's almost impossible because you run into so much, there's just too much headache to have to deal with it. So if y'all have any questions, need any additional information, anything that I can do, provide for you, I'll be here tomorrow. I've been here all day today. I got to go back tomorrow to the university. We're working on a lot of projects there with them that we're partnered with a lot of, working on a lot of different patents for above ground storage, so on and so forth. But I thank all of you and love to be able to partner with y'all.
Well, Monty, I surely appreciate the time you've taken to come through and go through the presentation with the City Council. You did send a contract over, a draft that I did forward on to our legal department to review. I'm sure we'll have some discussions. It sounds interesting, sounds amazing, yet we're going to do a little bit of homework, and then we'll be in contact with you.
Sounds good, sir.
There's
Well,
any other?
thank all of y'all very much, and hopefully we'll see one another again.
Thanks, Monty.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Counselors, just for your information also, I don't know if I copied you on the actual contract, but I just did send an email with the contract. You could take a look at it. Rick's taking a look at it. We'll have some further discussion. As I'm sure SCDC also is looking into some information as well. It's getting late here. Does anyone need a break? We good? We do need a break. I'd entertain a motion to recess into about a 5-minute break if we could. We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Aye. We will break and return here at 8:50. Okay, I would entertain a motion to reconvene into our regular scheduled meeting.
So moved.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, back into our regular scheduled meeting. This is going to get us to the petitions section of our agenda. No. I would ask, is there anyone here tonight that wishes to speak for a good hour? Hearing none, I'm going to close the petition section of our agenda. Move on to council committee and board reports. Councilors, we have item number 1, the Rock Springs Historical Museum Board meeting minutes of August 10th, 2022. We have the Joint Powers Telecom Board meeting minutes of August 18th, 2022. 3 is the Joint Powers Combined Communication Board meeting minutes of August 29th and September 15th, 2022. And 4, the Sweetwater County Travel and Tourism Board amended budget. Councilors, if there are no questions, I'd entertain a motion to approve the council committee and board reports and ask, are there any others that need to come forward, wishing to come forward? Hearing none, councilors, I'd entertain a motion to approve the council committee and board reports and place on file.
So moved.
We do have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, this is going to move us on to correspondence, councilors. We have 3 items under correspondence. First, yes, it is true. We did receive a notice from Bird Rides regarding termination of their electric scooter programs. They will or have already removed their scooters from the city of Rock Springs. And we await to hear what their future intentions will be. Item number 2, if you have had a chance to take a look at that, another letter from the Sweetwater County CDC requesting donations from community partners. Council, once again, we had this discussion at the last meeting for donations where we received, whether it be labor or something for that, other than just giving a check. This isn't really a dinner or anything like that. Any suggestions? What's the council's wishes? Any ideas?
What do they need?
They just wish to have a financial
Support?
donation, yeah.
Well, I know Rick had some heartburn with that at the last meeting, which is kind of where that discussion came from. So
I guess I would ask during the regular budget workshops, CDC doesn't come to present. Maybe what I'll do is reach out to them and say that might be the avenue for council's consideration to see if that's something that's viable at this point.
Mayor, council, if I may,
I have the same opinion of this that I did the last time this came up. Obviously, this is not something that we're authorized to do by statute. It's not, we can't donate to charities. But we certainly could work out something with them. If there was some work that could be done and we could.
Yeah, I'll reach
provide
out
something
to
in exchange.
Ms. Lucero and have that discussion with her. I just wanted to make sure that I included it for the discussion. And then item number 3, if you've taken time to look, we had a recommendation from the Parks and Rec Advisory Board in their research on requests from certain individuals around the community to allow dogs in additional city parks, some of which has already taken place. But they provided a report of where their recommendations lie, what parks they feel that dogs could be allowed on a leash, not on a leash. I would invite any input on that. What's your comments, your thoughts?
So if I understand it, it's primarily they're all on leash with the exception of the existing dog park, which would be considered off leash. So I know they put a lot of time into this. Living right next to a park, I can tell you people don't pay attention to the no dog signs anyway, and they bring them in there constantly off leash. So I know Parks has been considering this for quite some time, and the enforcement side of it's going to be probably the biggest obstacle if there are issues as far as the PD goes. But aside from that, I don't really see a problem with it as long as they follow the rules. That's the biggest step.
Council, one of the things that will have to take place is we will have to revise the ordinance and the signage at these parks as well. So if the council is willing to support the recommendation from the Parks and Rec Board, then Mr. Beckwith will prepare that information and we'll deal with it at the next meeting and go down that path. So with that, is everyone okay with the recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. With that also, I would entertain a motion to approve the correspondence that we have received and place it on file.
So moved, Your Honor.
Do we have a motion? Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to the bills and claims, councilors, I'd entertain a motion to approve the bills and claims for October 4th, 2022.
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus,
I make a motion to approve the bills and claims for October 4th, 2022.
councilors, we do have a motion to approve the bills and claims for October 4th, 2022. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 2, I'd entertain a motion to approve the salaries for September 22nd, 2022.
Your Honor, I make a motion to approve the salaries for September 22nd, 2022.
We do have a motion by Councilor Demus. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Councilor Patolo. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Moving on to new business items, councilors, we have 5 items. Item number 1 is a request from the Finance Department for approval of the fiscal year 2023 final budget. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus?
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve this request from the Finance Department. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And once again, Matt, thank you and your staff, the department heads, city council for getting us to this point. Much appreciated. Item number 2 is a request from Engineering Operations and Public Services Department for permission to fill a vacant senior administrative planning tech position. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Robinson?
I move to approve the request for the new position.
We do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Item number 3 is a request from the Parks and Rec Department for permission to purchase a used van for the Civic Center. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Honor.
Councilman Savage?
Sure.
Oh,
Your Honor, I move to approve the Parks Department getting a new used van.
we do have a motion to honor this request from the Parks and Rec. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And item number 4 is a request from the poorhouse for permission to extend their serving area for the Paige Marie Peck Benefit Fundraiser on October 8th, 2022, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Hickerson,
I move to approve this request.
we do have a motion to honor this request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? And item number 5 is a request from the K Street Incorporated doing business as Wyoming Club for 9 liquor catering permits for the Rock Springs Prospectors hockey games on October 8th and 21st, November 4th through the 6th and the 12th, and December 2nd, 4th, and the 16th with varying times at the Rock Springs Family Rec Center Ice Arena. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Savage?
I would move to amend this request to limit it to malt beverage and wine instead of liquor, also liquor.
Councilors, we do have a motion to amend this request to state 9 malt beverage catering permits. Do we have a second on the amendment?
Second, Your Honor.
Second on the amendment, all in favor, say aye.
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 Any opposed?
No.
Can I ask a question?
Question.
We voted, but Lena's here. What kind of issue does that present for you guys?
I would just have to add in school order. To be honest. So I guess the wine, as far as that goes, it would just be something I would have to work with the distributors to get that here and make sure.
Oh, well, what were you planning to do?
Just cake beer.
It's
Oh,
just
well, there
usually
you go.
better.
Well, then we could
Your
just,
permit
you
wouldn't
don't have to
change.
serve wine. I just was picturing guys between periods, pounding some shots of tequila.
I wanna, yeah.
Yeah, and that would ruin it for everyone. Having a beer or a glass of wine at a hockey game, that's great.
Hockey is definitely a wine type event.
Scale.
But I did have somebody ask about that. They're like, can't you get wine? And I'm like, never had wine at the hockey game.
Yeah, you don't have to get it. Right.
Are we okay then? Are you okay? Okay. Thanks, Lena. Okay, councilors, we're going to move on to resolutions. Item number 1 is Resolution 2022-138.
Wait a minute, we voted to amend it.
Right. We have to vote on
We
that.
have to
Oh,
vote
we
to
didn't,
pass it.
oh, I'm sorry. Councilors,
Let's get late.
with that, item number 6, we have a request from K Street Incorporated doing business as Wyoming Club for 9 malt beverage and wine catering permits for the Rock Springs Prospectors hockey games on October 8th and 21st, November 4th through the 6th and 12th, and December 2nd, 4th, and 16th with varying times at the Rock Springs Family Rec Center Arena. Councilors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Dumas.
I make a motion to approve this request.
We do have a motion to approve the request. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, now moving on to resolutions. Item number 1, Resolution 2022-138.
A resolution accepting and approving a job description for the position of Animal Control Assistant for the Rock Springs Animal Control Department of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming at pay grade 32.
Counselor Savage.
Thank you, Your Honor. I move to approve Resolution 2022-138.
We do have a motion, councilors, to approve Resolution 2022-138. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Demas,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Dickerson,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Vitolo,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Robinson.
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 2 is Resolution 2022-140.
A resolution accepting grant funds from the U.S. Bureau of Justice Assistance Program for the fiscal year 2022 Bulletproof Vest Partnership.
Counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilwoman Demus?
I make a motion to approve Resolution 2022-140.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-140. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Zadi,
Yes.
Hickerson,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage.
I'm a no. I think that these small grants are just too much work for staff, and there's plenty of money in the budget. The grant only covers a third. We certainly need the vests, but we could just pay for it out of the budget.
Patolo,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes.
Your Honor,
Councilman Robinson?
just a quick question for Commander Kessler. How many vests will that purchase?
18. Oh, you want to ask him?
18?
I don't have the exact number, but it'd be close to that probably.
The 8,000 won't pay for 18, but the 24, right? Is that right? Amanda's here. Salazar's here.
Give me just a second, Your Honor, I will pull up the amount of vests that will purchase.
Thanks, Sergeant.
It's in the, well, you're not.
Is it?
there.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah, they're gonna get 18 for 17,000 and the grants for 8. So they're about $900 each.
Correct.
Oh, I was just reading the first screen. I apologize.
Yeah, 18 for 17,244.
You're on top of it.
So the 8622 will just assist in that, and the rest will come out of budget.
Correct.
Thank you. Not as of yet. I think you're good. Thanks for sitting into this entire meeting.
So it's 15 for the officers whose vest has expired, and then 3 additional for any new hires that we make.
Right, because it gotta fit.
Thank you.
I wonder if we could take the 15 that have expired and then everyone just wear one. They're expired, but. they
You mean
should
all of
hold-
us,
Yeah.
just in case?
And weight us down.
Okay, moving on to item number 3, Resolution 2022-141.
A resolution authorizing Timothy A. Como as mayor of the city of Rock Springs and Matthew L. Mcburn as city clerk of the city of Rock Springs to execute an agreement for disbursement, receipt, and use of grant funds with the Sweetwater County Joint Travel and Tourism Board.
Counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Batolo?
move to approve Resolution 2022-141.
We do have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-141. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor Hickerson,
Yes.
West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Patolo,
Yes.
Stay here.
Halter,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. Item number 4, Resolution 2022-142.
A resolution authorizing and directing Timothy A. Como as mayor of the city of Rock Springs, Wyoming, and Matthew L. Mcburn as city clerk of the city of Rock Springs, Wyoming, to accept and approve a budget revision to the budget for the fiscal year ending June 30th, 2023.
Counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Mr. President,
move to approve Resolution 2022-142.
we do have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-142. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second's been called. Roll call.
Counselor West,
Yes.
Savage,
Yes.
Patolo,
Yes.
Halter,
Yes.
Robinson,
Yes.
Demus,
Yes.
Zadi,
Yes.
Hickerson,
Yes.
Mayor Como.
Yes. And item number 5, Resolution 2022-143.
a resolution accepting and approving an agreement between Community Showcase Banners LLC, an affiliate company of CGI Communications, Inc., doing business as CGI Digital, and the City of Rock Springs, and authorizing Timothy A. Como as mayor and Matthew L. McBurn as city clerk to execute said agreement on behalf of the City of Rock Springs.
Okay, counselors, what's your pleasure?
Your Honor,
Councilman Zadi.
just, we did get an email from Paul Engineering with concerns with the brackets that would be used for these banners and how they would and potentially possibly damage our light posts. Excuse me. So I have that concern as well. If there's something we can do in the contract to make sure that Paul gets final approval on the brackets used, that would be great. I, for one, am opposed to this for the reason really of having a private company come in and utilize city property being a light post for profit in selling sponsorships. And it's my belief we don't get any funding for that. Is that correct? It's just solely they provide banners, they collect the money, they maintain them, but they're using city property as basically a billboard for sponsors. I mean, I do think banners are great. I think they'd be neat to have downtown for different things and various events and that. The issue I have is use of public property for profit from even an out-of-state company. Money doesn't even stay here. We get no benefit from it. I would rather spend the $15,000 or whatever it is to get our own banners and do it ourselves and not have a ad on every light post in Rock Springs.
Councilor Zadi, what we do get out of it is 25 banners. They do all the maintenance. You read Mr. Kosich's concern over the mounting hardware. My suggestion was, first off, that is the rub also that I'm having with actually having advertisements on banners. The artwork itself, I was going to suggest an addition into the contract that may state contingent on the Visual Improvements and Arts Committee approving all the artwork, and then 2, contingent on the Public Works Department approving mounting hardware. I think the steel poles are okay, but I think we could easily rubber coat dip the hardware to make them work on the cast poles that we have. Therefore, the only issue that I have also is having advertisement below the banners, which is a concern because the City of Rock Springs just recently issued an order to remove signs from a fence for advertising in a B3 district. So if we were to even do this, I would think that we would have to take a look at the ordinance itself and modify that ordinance, because right now that's not allowed. Advertising is just simply not allowed in those areas. So I know it's a great opportunity. I like the idea. I know Mr. Banks had suggested this for many years. I think it'd be great to see these banners downtown. I don't want to open the door when we're telling other people they can't do something and we turn around and we do something. Because without allowing others to do the same, which is going to take a revision of the ordinance, this just simply, the advertising portion of it is illegal. And like I said, I think it's a great opportunity, but maybe it'd be best if we were to budget for banners that we could create our own without the advertisement. I just see it's going to get us in hot water with what we currently have already issued to others doing the same. Just my thoughts. Anybody else?
I've got the same opinion. I support the idea of it. It's the advertising side of it. Because like you said, I mean, we'd be violating our own rules when we're going after a current business right now, trying to make them compliant or have them take that down. So I think it's a decent idea, but that aspect of it, I have a little heartburn with. I think the installation and all that can be worked out.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
Your Honor.
Councilman Savage?
Representative Banks is here. I'd like to hear your opinion.
He waited the whole meeting to come up here and talk to us.
In the crowd?
I was tasked by the mayor to investigate this, so I brought it forward.
Oh,
Once
okay.
we found out, so it's really your call. I did send you photos of the similar brackets that we use on the exact same poles. The advertising obviously is a separate issue than the brackets themselves.
And I would have to agree, when this first came before us, and these are the people actually that over this past several years have produced our welcome video on the website. That's the same group, and I thought, what a great opportunity. And then we had recent issues come up, including, as we well know, we discussed the signage around town and what was allowed, what wasn't allowed, and it just caused heartburn on the advertising side. So that being said, I think what we should do is investigate the cost, because I do think it's a great idea. I think we should still pursue that, Mr. Banks. I did lead you down this road, and I still think that it's something that we could do, but I believe Councilor Zadi is correct. We could create our own banners that look good, invite people to our downtown, and don't have a advertisement on the bottom of it. That's just my biggest concern. Any other comments? With that, roll call.
Counselor Savage.
Did we make a
We
motion?
didn't, no one's moved on it yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Councilors, what's your pleasure?
You want me to do it? Your Honor,
Councilman Savage?
I move to approve Resolution 2022 what is it, 143?
Yeah. Councilors, we do have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-143. Do we have a second?
Second.
Oh,
Roll call.
Counselor Savage.
no.
Batolo.
No.
Halter.
No.
Robinson.
Also no.
Demus.
No.
Zadi.
No.
Hickerson.
No.
West.
No.
Mayor Como.
No, and I, like I said, I think we'll just need to get together, Mr. Banks, and take a look at other opportunities that we can budget for. I do apologize for sending you down that road. It sounded like a very exciting endeavor until we started talking about the advertising and not following our own rules, which is just something that's simply going to get us in hot water. With that, we're going to move on to ordinance, councilors. We have one ordinance on second reading, ordinance 2022-12.
An ordinance of the City of Rock Springs amending ordinance 2004-07 entitled An Ordinance Annexing and Incorporating within the city limits of the City of Rock Springs, Wyoming, certain contiguous and adjacent areas fully hereinafter set forth and providing for zoning designations to correct a scrivener's error in a legal description of land annexed by the City of Rock Springs.
Okay, councilors, with no further business to come before this city council, this meeting is adjourned.